people. I see a lot of Battlefield fanboys. They obviously are Battlefield fanboys because they certainly wouldn't be Call of Duty fanboys. Making fun of the game Call of Duty, which me personally offends me. No, it don't offend me, but you know what it does? It tells me that they are very insecure about how their game is being treated. Your game is being treated the way it is because it's garbage. No developer wants to implement this. No developer wants to implement the system that I tell them to implement. Implement! When I tell them to make the controls, I don't know if the camera's, I hope it's very, whatever. Like Call of Duty, and it would sell their game incredibly well. No one wants to do that. So we get these fucking Battlefield fanboys. Yeah, Call of Duty ain't no good. Well, guess what? It's a beast! It's a beast! Look at that, they're tearing down Circuit City over anyway. Damn, they're tearing that shit down. The bottom line is, the Call of Duty franchise is one of the greatest franchises to ever, and I mean ever, lace up a pair of video games, whatever. It is easy, and there's a reason why Call of Duty is so successful. And it has a lot to do with the control scheme, the schematics of it, but the controls. When you get on there and you play with that game, the controls, they're very fluid, fast twitch shooter. That's why no one wants to feel like they're in quicksand. A game like Homefront would have probably sold a lot better if they used Call of Duty controls. Battlefield Bad Company, whatever. It would sell a lot better if they used Call of Duty controls. But no developer wants to get that through their head. And that's why I offer any developer out there my services. I will create you a game. I will come work with your dev team to make a killer game right now that will give Call of Duty a run for its money. But you need to hire me. You need to contact me. Because I will, and I mean I will, get something done about it. You gotta understand something about me. I know what sells in society. I know what puts food on the table. And it's quite evident after 9 or 10 years of people making mistakes that fluid controls are what makes a game. I mean, a Battlefield, whatever the game is, didn't have that stupid controls where you, like that, I would play it. Killzone 2, same way. Now, I hate to look like an idiot driving my car and doing it with people looking at me. I don't care. I am trying to emphasize what needs to be done to sell the games. So the Battlefield fanboys, you got no one to blame but yourself. I hate the fact that I got to keep making video after video after this. But the bottom line is, Call of Duty is by far the best shooter out there. That's always going to be. Until someone comes out there and tries to implement my ideas of what you need to do for a shooter control-wise. It's all about controls. Don't you understand that? To developers, any developer out there, it is all about the way your character controls the movements. Do you understand that? What aren't you getting? Obviously, you're not getting something. If I pick up a game and my player moves nice and fluidly, I'm buying it. If I pick up a game and it gives me a headache, the way my player moves, I'm not touching it. I play the beta, the demo, but I ain't buying it. So, I mean, there is no way there's going to be a game. And you know what? If there is a game out there better than Call of Duty, I would love it because I would play it. And guess what? I'd start commentating on it. So I don't care. I wish there was a game better than Call of Duty, so I wouldn't have to play the goddamn game every goddamn time. It's the only game I play. But until there's one out there that is, I'm going to have to continue playing Beast Blood, Call of Duty. And I'm going to get me, I got to pull in this parking lot right now, so. But the bottom line is, you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And if anyone out there wants to learn how to market, look at this. Look at this. But you guys can see this. But anyway, I got to go. I got to go. Now, in continuing about my stance, a lot of people get the misconception that says, you know, anything I'll be a Call of Duty fan. I ain't no Call of Duty fanboy. I wish to God there was a game better, so I wouldn't have to keep playing the same game over and over every year. So it'd give me more time to take off of work too, because I always take the day Call of Duty comes off, I'll take that day off work. Well, if they got better games out, then I can take more days off. You see where I'm coming? That's what I do. But for some reason, you know, game development developers been doing this kind of stuff for years. I just started playing games in what, 2002, whatever, 99, 12 years. And I already know this stuff. But these developers been developing games for 30, 40 years now. Well, maybe not that long, but you know what I'm saying. So, God, I wish I had my iPhone 4 for this video. Because at least I can edit the stuff out that I don't want, like when it cuts out like this, that, whatever. Plus, it sits in a visor a lot better, too. I might be up here. I don't know. The bottom line is, I told Killzone 2 how to sell their game. And you know what? If Killzone 2 would have had normal controls, I would have played it. Now, they made an increase on it a little bit. Battlefield, I played Battlefield, whatever the hell that game was. And let me tell you something. When you play Battlefield, it's like you're sitting in a quicksand. It's like you're running on nerve gas the whole goddamn time. Don't want it. Can't feel it. Can you dig it? Cyrus. But anyway, I've given every dev out there the proper tools, how to sell a game, how to make your game sell. When is someone going to take my advice? When is someone going to say, you know what, let's make our controls nice and fluid and quick twitch, whatever. When are they going to take my advice? When you do that, guess what? The zeros start picking up. 1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 20 million, 30 million. That's what happens. But, apparently, people are hard-headed. I am. But, if I found a way to better myself in the business world, I take the advice, and I do it. That's what I do. And I'm always going to do that. So, I'm sorry, Battlefield fanboys. Your game's just going to be like the last 2 or 3. And look, I ain't got nothing against you guys personally. I don't even know you guys. But, if you guys hate Call of Duty, that's fine. But there is a reason the game is so successful and sells so well. And I know people are going to sit there and say, oh, it sells so well because it's such a noob shooter. Noob shooter? Who gives a shit? So it's a noob shooter. I don't give a shit. That's a noob shooter, and guess what? I like it. I like it. Maybe if Battlefield made a noob shooter, you would have a lot more people online to play, and consequently the games would be fun because everyone would be running around rather than sitting there in a cave, sitting in a building, whatever. How they play that game when they just sit there and camp and snipe, whatever. That's all they do. But eventually, someone will listen to what I have to say. And believe me, if Battlefield comes out and it's the controls are to my liking, whatever, quick twitch, whatever, I will play it and I will like it. But I'm afraid that it's going to be the same old sluggish movement. I fear that. But anyway, your car got nothing for mine, son. You got a Jeep, I got a Beast. It's the bottom line. And you got a Cavalier with your exhaust cut off, you sound like a nerd. Come on, man. Why do these people cut the exhaust off their cars, man? For real. Why do they do this shit? How are you going to cut your exhaust off a car, a 4-cylinder at that, and try to make it sound like it's intimidating? Come on, man. Come on. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It ain't got beast blood. So anyway, that's the video for today. I got to go because I got to eat my pizza.